What's going on, guys? I'm going to be doing a Let's Play of Final Fantasy Tactics, and I'm going to be doing an SCC, which is either a straight or a solo class challenge. Basically, you can only use one class. And I let Matt pick the class for me, and he picked Dancers. So, this might be a little challenging, even for me, who's played through this game, I don't know, a dozen times. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rename some people. I already named some of the people after... Uh-oh. I see no monsters in my party. Looks like I can't rename my party members. That's most unfortunate. Well, since I can't rename my party members, we'll just go through here. Look, I've got It's a Trap, and I've got Goofer Vag 609. So I guess you guys are just going to have to live with Strawberry in Maryland. It took me a while to get to the Dancer class because if we go in here, I don't know how many of you guys have played Final Fantasy Tactics, probably not that many. To get Dancer, you have to have level 4 Lancer and level 4 Geomancer, which also takes level 3 Thief, and level 3 Monk, and level 2 Archer, and so it took me a while to unlock them, but now it's all good. The only thing I'm allowed to use is abilities from the Dancer class itself, so I'm basically going to be using Wizenibus, which attacks their health, and since these are magic spells in this game, you have to charge up your magic spells. Well, the first chapter or two is going to be really easy because as I charge my spells, everyone else is really slow because we're level 5, so we don't have really good speed yet. But then the last chapter, it's going to be almost completely useless because everyone's so fast by then that the spells don't level on this game, is what I guess what I'm saying. So we're going to save, and we're going to go ahead and go to this first battle here, Dorter Trade City. I already beaten the first 2 battles, which you're allowed to in these challenges. So, oh yeah, by the way, my main character, Ramza, he's a man, he can't be a dancer. I know, unfortunate, right? We all want a pole dancing male. He's actually going to be... Instead, he's going to be a bard. So dancers, they are the offensive, singing unit. When they sing, they attack the enemy. Bards, when they sing, they target my team. So Ramza can target my guys with healing spells while they target everybody else. And I'm basically just going to skip everything they say here. Let me see. Oh, I'm going to turn the frame rate off so I can skip through it a little bit quicker here. Blah, 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 blah. Basically, this dude wants to know why they kidnapped a noble. They're all poor. The dude kidnapped because he wanted money. But this guy, who's leading the rebellion, who has the sword out, he doesn't want to kidnap nobles. He wants to just beat the nobles. He has some self-respect. And now he's gone. And here's my party. And here we go. I've got 3 dancers and a bard, and I've got 2 guests in this. And later on, I'm not going to have the guests, but since it's the beginning of the game, they decided to give me guest characters, which basically the computer controls, and they'll probably die in 2 seconds. This level should be relatively easy with my dancers, as long as the archer that's up here doesn't kill anybody too quickly. I think all I'm going to do is I'm going to... He just teleported. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have all my dancers just dance and hide in the corner. I think I might have Ramza just heal them if I have that spell unlocked. I'm pretty sure I have that one and the one that gives them speed unlocked. Actually, I might have gotten the one... I might have done the one that raises the physical attack, because I think those are going to be instrumental for him later on, because if I raise my physical attack, which later on is what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to punch people to death, or beat them with my harp to death. So, I'm going to have him raise their physical attack or their speed so they can just get more attacks in. But for now, I can just do Wizenibus and forget about it. Every, 4 or so turns, the enemy is going to be getting smacked. And it's not going to be a lot of damage, but it'll be enough damage. So it looks like the only thing he has is Cheer Song. So that's actually not really going to help my dancers, but that will help my 2 guests. And you see, boop, 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 boop. I turn this frame rate off. It only does 8 damage, which isn't a lot, but it adds up when you hit them with it 10 or 20 times. I don't know how much health they have. I'll check. As you can see, dancing. Oh man, apparently dancing is really powerful. If you guys didn't know that, if you ever need self-defense, fuck karate. Just go take a dancing lesson, because apparently you can whoop people's ass if you learn anything from video games. And we're going to see he's going to use this, and what it's going to do is it's going to give my allies some speed. Speed's really important in this game, so especially when our speed's probably like 5 right now. So within a couple of spells, these guys will be moving twice as fast, or twice as many times as anyone else. And you can see how this battle is going to go really fast and really easy. I mean, by the time they're even moving, and I'm a little over leveled just because Dancer is such a hard class to unlock. But even then, even if I wasn't over leveled, it would still be doing 8 damage, and with the set speed, it's just going to kill. It's going to crush everybody. Nobody has any chance. Like, they didn't even get to move. I don't even think my guest got any experience. Everyone's just going to be dead. That knight might live because he's got armor that is going to give him a lot more health. I mean, the armor in this game, the armor and your weapons, well, your weapons give you more physical attack. So if you have a good weapon, you're going to have a high attack, which is the same as any RPG. But in this game, your health isn't based off of a spear grid or off of your materia. Your health is actually literally based off of just the simple fact of what you're wearing. And you do get some health growth with levels, like a higher level is going to have a little bit higher health, but for the most part, it's going to be pertaining to your gear. So a knight who can wear heavy armor is going to have a lot more health than a dancer who's going to be able to wear, who isn't going to be able to wear heavy armor. But what I am going to get here using the dancers is I am going to get to use knives. I'm going to get to use knives, and if I want, music weapons. So knives will be really helpful because there's a lot of knives in this game that give status ailments, so I can like blind the enemy and basically make them useless. Still though, I think I'm going to breeze through the first chapter or so, but then after that it's going to be pretty damn difficult. I mean, you can just see how easy I'm brushing through these guys. Basically my strategy for most of the game is going to be to cast Bazinabus and run away. And I just have to wait in a corner, and everyone will die eventually. I think there's only one guy left over in the corner. Oh, it was just that knight that was left, and now he's dead. Now he's not left. That was like the easiest battle I've ever had. Like this battle right here is supposed to be like notoriously hard because everyone who plays Final Fantasy Tactics the first time has trouble here, and I just crushed it with like no difficulty at all. I didn't have to do anything other than just say wait. So that's the first battle. I think I'm just going to go ahead and go straight into the second battle here. Here they're talking to this guy. They're asking where he took the noble that they had captured. They captured this noble called Elmdor. Elmdor. And Algus is this little squire who wants to find him to make a name for himself. And then I'm this guy with blue, and just wait till later in this game when you see him in butt pants, because Ramza looks good in butt pants. And Delighta, the red-haired kid, he's going to be part of the story as well. If you guys want, I can try to explain the story to you as we go, because I've played through it enough times. But if not, that's fine too. Oh, what a douche. Algus is such a douchebag. Definition of douche, Algus. If you play this game. If you're a Final Fantasy Tactics fan. Oh my. Let's turn this frame rate off so I can get a little bit quicker going through here. The rat seller. Oh no, not the rat seller. And I'm actually going to check Dorter to see if I got any new gears unlocked after this battle. Let's see here. Shop. Fitting room. Doesn't look like I got anything new there. Nothing new for anybody. Let's see if I should learn some abilities with him instead of just... Last song is kind of slow, but life song is going to be useful, and battle song will be useful later on. And then he's going to get MA save, so when he gets hit, he's going to get his magic attack's going to go up, which is useless because he doesn't have any magic attacking spells. Move plus 3 will be super useful. I mean, move plus 3 that's giant. When I have 4 move now, and normally 4 or 5 move is the max move. These guys have 4 move. They're going to have 4 move all game. They might even have 3 move if I take off their battle boots, their accessory, which gives them an extra move range. They're going to get jump plus 3. That's completely useless when I have fly. So you're going to see a bunch of flying dancers later on. And then they have a save, which is going to give them physical attack boosts every time they get hit. Well, actually, it relates to your brave. Those only activate. See, the brave here is 67, and so it's only going to activate 67% of the time. I'm going to go ahead and save here, just in case horror strikes, and I'm going to go whoop Zelka's Desert, because this should be, I'm thinking, relatively easy again. I think Goofer Vag and It's a Trap are going to be in pretty much every battle, while the other two, Maryland and Strawberry. Maryland and Rawberry might not be in every one. Cellar of the Sandmouse. And we're going to have more chatting. Basically, these guys are going to be like, oh my god, the knights are here. But we're not even knights. We're actually a bunch of squires. We're military cadets who just get out of the cadet thing. Cadet Academy, not thing. It's not really a hard thing to remember. Ramza didn't learn last song, did he? No. He's still got the speed up and the healing one. Well, I mean, the same strategy is going to apply. Since I'm doing 8 damage, it looks like these knights, wow, they are level 3. That's miserable. I'm like more than twice these guys' level. But even if I wasn't, all I have to do is activate Dance and they're all going to die. And as you can see, apparently, Dancer's speed is piss poor. That's kind of ridiculous that I haven't moved yet. I'm going to go ahead and run Life Song on him for my guests so that they don't die. And then I'm going to go ahead and run Wizenabus on all my dancers. And I'm not going to move unless that archer gets out. Ooh, and it looks like this person still has punch art and probably some abilities, so I'll make sure I'll go after this battle and get rid of all of her other abilities, just so it really is a straight only dancer. I don't think anyone's going to doubt that I'm going to have won this with only dancer abilities because she had it in one battle. I mean, they're going to be dead before they're able to do anything. If it was later on and I used dual classes, yeah, that'd pretty much throw the whole thing out the window, but not this one. This isn't going to be a long fight either. These guys are going to die pretty quickly. He's not going to get any experience for that because everyone's at full health. That's a shame. Maybe I should have done... Maybe I should get Last Song on him just for my guest chapter. But I have a feeling that it probably isn't 100%. Last Song, it's not that shitty Miley Cyrus movie. No, Last Song, which is the Bard's ultimate song, is actually really useful. What it does for the Bard is it raises all of my... Basically, if you guys know the Final Fantasy games, it casts quick. It makes all of my allies act immediately. But I'm thinking it's probably not 100% accurate. It's probably something like 50%, maybe even less accurate, which makes it not that useful. If it was 100% accurate and all of a sudden, because it's slow, let's face it. Even in Chapter 4, it's not going to be that useful. For the dancers, a lot of the battles, I think, are going to have to rely on me resetting a million times and hoping to God that... Because Dancers does the opposite. It lowers all the enemies to 0 CT. So 0 of their time. So this battle should be over relatively quickly. Once again. Boop. Everyone heals. I don't get anything because none of my allies are hurt. Some of them are already dying. Even the knight's already dying. So it looks like a monk's going to last the longest because he used a potion on himself. Not a big deal. They're never going to get out of that house. I can even imagine if Ramza was a dancer. I mean, he'd be dead so much quicker because they'd have an extra. I mean, every time that it gets cast, it would be another 8 damage. So that adds up quickly. Looks like this might be the end right here. Nope, looks like they're going to survive. And then my guest might actually finish them off. Nope, it's over. And now we get to watch another long cutscene. Oh look, I got a high potion and a blind knife. Actually, blind knife will be useful on one of my dancers. I'll give it to Goofer Vag 609. Because it's a trap. Well, you guys know why it's a trap. Because he has a penis. You think he's a hot dancer. And then he whips out his dick. It's a pole dancer with a dick. That's why it's a trap. I know, I had to spell that out for you guys. Oh, you stabbed him. You see that little red guy with the white hair over there? Sephiroth, I mean Elmdor. We're here to save him. And Wygraf would whoop our ass. I don't know how the first fight with Wygraf's going to go. That might actually be difficult. Because he does a lot of damage. And I don't know how I'm going to beat the one-on-one versus him. And I might break the rules. There's a level limit on this, but I might break the rules if I'm having difficulty, because I feel like for the dancers, for this dancing SCC, the bosses are going to be a pain in the ass, because the bosses do so much damage to you so quickly. You have to kill them. It's kill or be killed, basically. I don't have the time to run around. So we go in here. Let me look through these people's abilities. This is the one that has the extra abilities. Remove all of her extra abilities. Oh, this one had extra abilities too. Oops. Just my bad, but I don't think anyone doubts that I beat that battle without using those abilities. They never got activated once. I'm kind of confused now if I want to buy another song. See, slow dance, it slows the enemy down. Lower the physical attack. Power. Disillusion. Nameless dance would be kind of funny. I think I might do that just to be funny. Do a bunch of nameless dances. But I should probably save up for fly, just so I don't have to worry about the terrain. I can walk over the terrain, because as we can see, we have really terrible movement range. They haven't even got any experience in the last 2 battles. It's kind of ridiculous. So we're gonna go back over to Igros. Click, click, click. Now we're gonna watch another relatively long cutscene. I think I might just end it here, and then I will start the next episode up at the next battle.